What's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Real Talk Podcast. I am your host with the most, Mr. Michael Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers and listeners. Look, we appreciate all the likes, the shares, the clicks, and the downloads, whatever it is that you do to support this podcast. We do not take it for granted, and we greatly appreciate it. Now, for those of you all that's joining for the first time, we say welcome, and for everyone else, we say welcome back, because your boys is back on the air with the Manup Real Talk Podcast, a podcast for the people. And joining me, as always, is my brother from another mother, Mr. Philip Heinz, a.k.a. Mr. Classic, a.k.a. OG Triple OG, who is always and definitely in the building. And apparently, he must be in a jet as well, because I hear like a jet engine or something in the background.
That's the fan, yo. That's the fan. That's the fan, yo.
What's going on with you, man?
It's a good day today, man. My Bulls, man. My Bulls.
Jesus.
Yes. My Bulls.
I'm not even right. I'm not even right now. No, I'm not even. Not even. But
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I will say that they're looking pretty strong. This might be an interesting season. It just may be an interesting season. Look, I want to give a shout out to everyone that's in the chat. I want to say hello to my baby. I see my wife is in here. I see Missy is in here. What's going on, Mitz? Big John is in the building. What's going on, John? Mrs. Heinz is also in the chat. What's going on? I see you. And for everyone else, I say hello, and hello. Listen, if you haven't already done it, please go and follow us on our social media platforms. You know, you can friend us and like us here on Facebook. And somebody is who's calling me? Okay, I can't right now. I'm live. So I want to look, if y'all haven't already, please go and like us and follow us on our social media platforms. Y'all know y'all can friend us and like us here on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. We're on all that good stuff. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and all the other little things and stuff that if you all use, you can possibly find us there. Listen, we need y'all to go over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please.
Because listen to how pitiful Phil sound. Listen to him.
Please.
Do you want him to continue to beg y'all to go to YouTube?
I'm begging y'all. Please go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
So please go over there and like and subscribe and click that little bell because we're going to be doing some good stuff over on YouTube, and y'all want to be a part of that. Got to say what's up to Big Kev. I see Kevin in the building. Sister Regina in the building. Hey, girl, what's going on? James Jefferson, a.k.a. Deacon Tim, a.k.a. Facebook prisoner number 396854. I see he in the building. Right, Kevin? He sound like James Brown. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm just gonna start doing that every time until y'all do it. It's just settled. That's how we're gonna do it. Listen, also, it's still t-shirt season. If you haven't already done so, go on over there and head to our merchandise store at manuprealtalk.store and pick up a cool t-shirt. I've seen some of our supporters, they picked them out and they done took pictures with them and all of that good stuff. So I appreciate y'all, and we thank y'all for the love and the support. Listen, I want to first start this podcast off with a thank you.
Yes.
Man, look, it did my heart. This weekend did my and Philip's heart glad because our Rock the Block back to school event was, for all intents and purposes, a success.
Yes, sir.
We had a wonderful turnout. Look, I even got sunburnt, bro. My head ain't never been this evenly colored. Look at that. It's nice and chocolate. I look like a milk dud with glasses.
Relax, Mike. Relax.
My head ain't never been this evenly colored, but that sun darkened it up a little bit. Look at that blend. Look at it. So, but no, it was a great success. We had a wonderful turnout. We had a lot of people from the community that came out.
I forgot you, Denard. I forgot you, sir. I will be bringing Kendi over there.
Oh yeah, Pastor Denard. Yeah, we got you. We got you. I mean, look, it was such a great time. I could not go. I could not do this episode without saying thank you to everybody who supported, whether it was monetarily, whether you volunteered your time, however it is that you supported and you supported this event, man. We graciously and humbly say thank you.
Thank
from
you
the
so
bottom
much.
of our hearts. And
Thank you so much.
Yes, it was a collaborative effort between us, Faith, Hope, and Charity Ministries, charity in the community, Chef Ken and House of Love Catering Inc. Man, they came out and they did their thing. I mean, it was just, look, I ain't trying to brag, but it was a really, really good event. I mean, what all we had out there? We had a barb out there. We had ice cream truck pulled up and just parked.
We had the big board games.
Had the giant board. Look, man, they was
coming. Great food.
Yes, I mean,
and the Nerf war. The girls beat the boys.
And the girls beat the boys. Unbelievable. I'm still in shock over that.
Those little boys was horrible, though.
They was horrible, dude. Horrible. I was like, man, these girls is lighting them up. But look, man, we had a lot of fun. We had music and everything, and we handed out supplies. I mean, it was just a wonderful event.
I'm not gonna lie, Mike. I felt kind of proud, man. I felt kind of proud, for real.
You should have. I mean,
I felt kind of proud.
Look, man, I ain't trying to it ain't about bragging or nothing like that. But look, we did a service, right? And you know how I know we did a service? Because of the people I talked to. It was two things that really stood out to me from that day. Well, three things. Number one, I didn't know I can get sunburned. Who knew? Number two, there was a guy who came at the end. There was a guy who came at the end with his daughter. And he was like, man, he said, you know what? I didn't even know this church was down here. I said, yeah, we've been here for about 3 or 4 years now. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he said, I forgot this thing. He said, I didn't know y'all was doing this today. And I asked him, I said, well, did you get the flyer? He said, you know what? I got the flyer. He said, and my daughter had been bugging me all day to come down here. So, to come down here. And he was like, please tell me that y'all still got some more supplies. And actually, they went in and they made her book bag. Man, they hooked her up too.
Hooked up?
Yeah, they hooked her up. And he was just like, man, listen, I appreciate y'all for what y'all doing. He was like, because you guys are doing a service to this community. He was like, this community has been decimated. And he was like, if y'all just keep on doing what you're doing, you are going to bring life back to this community.
That's our plan.
Dude, that hit me. I was just like, man, you don't think that the stuff that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? At the time, it's just like, yeah, we're just having fun. We're just handing out school supplies, but you really don't know the impact that you're making.
Yeah, it hit me when I got home. When I had time to sit to myself because I had a busy weekend. I had to go to funerals. I had people coming in town.
You was there. Didn't you DJ an event or something like that?
Yeah, I was spinning. I was spinning and stuff. But it just when I finally got to sit down and think about it, it kind of hit me like, wow, man, it's like you're making an impact, you know? I mean, that's big, Mike. I mean, like you said, we're not trying to brag, but we can at least pat each other on our backs, and that was big, bro. It was real big.
It was dope, man. And you know what? Another thing, we was packing up, and there was about 5 or 6 kids that walked up. And they was like, y'all finished? We was like, yeah, man, it's after 4 and we packing up and everything. And they was like, oh, we can't get a book bag. And I think they had spoke to someone else and they told them to come back Sunday and they would give them their book bag. Yeah. And it was like, just come on back to the church and we'll give you your book bags. And they was like, okay, cool.
No, I gave them those ones I was giving those chips to. Remember, I had like a lot of chips. I was just walking up to kids, giving them like 2 bags apiece.
This was a different group.
They must have came once I left with the table.
Yeah, it was a different group that came up. And so they was like, man, well, we'll come back and get the book bags. And so I'm sitting there, and you know how when you pack up stuff and stuff be left, so it was a box of chips that was left. And I was like, taking these home. You know what I'm saying? So, man, they were sitting up there, and they was looking at me. They was looking at the chips. And I was like, all right, so we'll see y'all later. And the little one that was with them, he just looked at me, and I was just like, doggone it. I said, you want some chips, man? He was like,
give him the chips, Mike.
I opened the box. I said, get you a couple of bags, man. I said, everybody get some chips. So they got the chips and everything, and they was like, thank you. And the little one, again, he looked at me, and he was like, can I get a third bag? I was like, you the front man, ain't you? He was like, huh? Said, get a third bag, man. So he got a third bag. I was like, everybody get a third bag. So they all got their chips again. And then I had some safety glasses that I was supposed to hand out to the kids during the Nerf war, but in all the excitement, we just totally forgot. And they all came, and they came in all these little different colors and everything. And so the girl saw the safety glasses, and she said, are these free? I said, you want a pair? She was like, yeah. So I gave her a pair of glasses. And then, of course, all the other boys was like, can we get some?
I remember you giving away the safety glasses.
So I gave away the glasses. Then the little one that really got me, he was like, oh, they have green. It's my favorite color. I was like, man, take 2 pair, man. Just take both of them. He was getting me, dog. So, but it was so funny though, because as they walked off the parking lot, man, they had them glasses on.
Yeah, they was putting them on.
They was putting them glasses on, dude. And I'm just like, again, you look at little stuff like that, and you're not thinking it's just chips and some little safety glasses, but you really don't know how that may have impacted them. You know what I'm saying? And the goal, ultimately, the goal is for events like this. And I mentioned this before, is to try to reconnect, those ties that's just been severed between the community and the church. And we have to do some things to bring that connection back. The church was a pillar.
Yes, it was.
In the community at one, especially the Black church.
Yes,
it was a pillar in the community at one point in time. And somewhere along the lines, the relevancy of the church to the community has been, what is going on with these lights? Anyway,
man,
that's crazy. The relevancy though with the church has waned over the years. And so we have to do what we need to do in order to, to kind of reconnect that and bring those things back and just bring that connection back that we had with the community. And so this is just a step. It's just a step, and prayerfully we can just continue to work and continue to build and just make it better and just continue to build those and continue to repair those bridges, man. That's the goal, but we had a great time Saturday, and we just appreciate you all for everything that you did.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
for bringing it into fruition. Real quick here, one of those individuals that donated, Pastor Denard, he actually has a program that he does where he teaches girls basketball or coaches girls basketball. If you have a young lady who is interested in playing basketball, you can actually meet them at St. Sabina at 7800 South Racine. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 5 and 7. Go ahead and check them out. They got a great program. He's been running this program now for over 20 years, so it ain't just some fly by night type of thing. Make sure you go over there and check them out. Also, listen, for those of you that's been asking, the audio book to Winning Spiritual Wars is officially available. So you can now go to Audible and get your audio book. I will be posting the link in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and hit that link. If you're interested in getting the audio book, man, you can go ahead and click that link, go over to Audible, and download the audio book and listen to the sultry sound of my voice as I narrate Winning Spiritual Wars, written by the one and only Pastor Henry L. Razor. And I'm excited. I think he has, that book is something special. And for me to be able to participate and to narrate and be the voice of that book, man, it's I don't take it lightly, because I believe that the Lord is going to really bless with that material, and people are really going to be blessed from it. So listen,
don't nobody want to hear your voice,
man. Look, you must. People come on here to hear my voice all the time. Yeah, right. Oh yeah.
Ain't nobody come see you, Otis.
What's that? Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. They coming to see the Temptations.
That was a funny saying, that movie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man. Hey, you gotta check me out, man. I'm trying to do some things, bro. I'm trying to put myself out there and make some things happen. This is the first one. Hopefully the first of many. So we're gonna see where it go. I'm proud of it, and
it's going to be the first of many. Not hopefully, it's going to be the first of many.
Yeah, it is the first of many. Let's just say that.
Yes, this is that year, bro.
It's the first of many, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Listen, y'all, let me know if I'm coming through okay, because it's some weird thing going on with the power over here. I don't know what it is, but let me know if.
I know you better not dark out, because you the A-Mite. You better not dark out.
I know. Look. I sound like a young Papa John. Inside joke. So listen, I have a couple of things. I am let's get Simone Biles out of the way real quick.
Respect.
People have been asking me about her and one of my opinion of her. Listen, I don't care what happens between now and the end of the Olympics. Simone Biles, in my book, will still be the greatest that's ever done it.
She's the greatest female gymnastic ever.
She's the greatest female gym. Actually, she's the most decorated gymnast
ever. Respect to that woman.
The closest anyone has to what she has, like in terms of gold medals, I think is 9. She has what, like 19 gold medals?
It don't matter what she do. She's the greatest.
People was hating on her, saying that what she did was wrong, and she failed her team, and all this other craziness and stuff like that. And listen,
your self-care should always come first, Mike.
Come on, say that again, please.
Your self-care should always come first before anything.
Look, I don't care what you're doing, what role you play, team event, whatever it is. If you have to kill yourself mentally in order for you to do it, it's not worth it.
Thank you.
It's just not worth it. And here's the thing. Here's what kills me about this issue, though. They never wanted her to be great anyway.
Preach.
They never wanted this girl to be great. They never gave her full credit for the difficulty of the moves that she was doing. They tried to talk her out of doing the stuff, saying that you can possibly lead other gymnasts to attempt to do more difficult moves and they can possibly hurt themselves. Instead of saying, listen, you are on a whole different level than these other gymnasts. And the level of difficulty and the stuff that you're doing, some of these gymnasts will probably never do. And instead of just acknowledging that and scoring her accordingly, they did everything that they could to try to discourage her from being great.
Church, preach, tabernacle,
everything. And then the moment she say, you know what, I'm gonna kind of pull back a little bit, because right now I'm just feeling a certain way, and I just think that if I went on, I would be more of a detriment to my team than I would be a benefit. And so she dropped out. They still won silver. So all of a sudden, everybody became a specialist in gymnastics.
Exactly.
Half y'all Negroes never even watched gymnastics before this girl came on the scene.
Exactly. And see, Mike, that's what pissed me off. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to tell this young woman what she should be doing. She was mentally drained. She felt that she needed time to get her head back right, and she had that right. And that shows that she's a great team player, because she did not want to be a detriment to the team.
Right. I mean, most people would have went out there. Most people would have went out there feeling they worse and still trying to do whatever, and probably would have cost them the silver medal. They may not have even placed, but she removed herself from the equation and said, you know what? Nah, I ain't feeling it. And so I'm just going to kind of take myself out of the equation, because if I don't, you all would probably do worse if I'm there. Exactly. I ain't got nothing but respect for the girl.
Hey,
I got mad respect for her. And I've heard, and then look, it was this, what was that tennis player? I forget his name, but he sat up there and he tried to cut her down and tell her and she quit on her team and this, that, and the other.
That Mark, I can't remember his name.
Get the scrub name. He was sitting up there. You got to be mentally tough. And then when he lost, he had a full breakdown on the court. Threw his tennis racket and everything. A complete meltdown. But no, dog, you're supposed to be mentally tough in these games. You got to be strong. You're a professional athlete. You're an Olympian. Yeah, nigga. And then you throwing your tennis racket like a little girl.
Yep.
Better stop. Listen, all I'm saying is, people, you got to take care of yourself because exactly, Mel. That's exactly what he is. It's exactly what
Mark. Yeah. Hey, cuz 100% agree with you.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you listen, you have to take care of yourself. It's all look, we as Black people already have a habit of not taking care of ourselves. And that's on every level. From amateur to professional, we just don't. We don't go to the doctor like we should. It's just we don't do it. We don't take care of ourselves like we should. When was the last time you honestly been to the doctor? And not because you were sick, not because something was wrong, but because you went just to get a checkup. When was the last time you went?
Me, honestly?
Anybody? I mean,
because I'm be real with you. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm not even gonna lie about it. It's been a minute.
But that's what I'm saying. And we do not take care of ourselves the way we should. And so when I see people doing what they need to do to take care of themselves, I applaud it.
You can't do nothing but salute it.
Now, Sean, I remember he posted a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, that he went to the doctor and he said, it's been a minute. And I get it. Sometimes you don't want to go because you don't want to get news because you're afraid you might hear something you don't want to hear, or something you may get a diagnosis that you wasn't expecting. And so a lot of times
I think that's what scares a lot of us, Mike.
It is. And so when we don't go, it's like out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is when you go, and if it's something wrong, if you catch it early enough, it's a good chance you can reverse it. But when you wait and you wait and you wait and it gets so far gone where you can't do anything, you are being a detriment to yourself by not taking care of yourself. We as Black people need to start practicing self-care because nobody else is going to care for you better than you. I'm talking wife, I'm talking kids, boyfriend, what significant other, whatever the case may be. They're not going to take care of you better than you. You know your body. You know when something ain't right.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor. Get yourself checked out. See what it is. It could be nothing, or it could be something, but you won't know if you don't go. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I had a bad habit of never going to the doctor, just not going, because it's just like, I'm not gonna go. I think that is, turn that off because I think that's pulling on this on the juice a little bit. But I just don't excuse me, y'all. This is live, so y'all know how they go. But wow. Yeah, that's weird.
What's good, nephew?
Yeah, you can see. Wait, Gabriel, they can see you in all your glory. Good job. So but yeah, man, it's like we gotta start taking care of ourselves. Yes, son. They're in the room somewhere. You do know
Okay, y'all do know we partying right now, right?
I get it. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
All right. God bless your ministry.
Okay.
Take care of yourself, people. I love my family. I swear to God. I'm like, hey, Dad. I'm like, what? But see, you know what that was? That was because I asked him to do that thing. He was like, oh, well, that just opened the door. So let me ask you a question since
you asked, so hey.
Yeah. But you have to be able to take care of yourself, and you got to. It's imperative, people. It's imperative that you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So I applaud her for looking out for her, because the Olympians, her team wasn't gonna do it.
No.
Let's just be honest. Her team was not gonna do it. They wasn't. The doctors wasn't gonna do it, because you know why? They wanted that gold medal. They wanted to win that gold. Why do you think a lot of professional athletes, they go out and half of them foot broken, ankles broken, legs broken, they got something twisted or something is wrong, and they always going out to play. Why?
A lot of football players do that.
A lot of football players, when they leave the sport, their bodies eventually break down because of the physical damage and the trauma that they put themselves through playing ball instead of looking out for themselves. And I'm not saying that every little pain you got to sit out, and every little thing you be like, oh, I can't play today, or I can't do this, I can't do that. No, but there are times when something just ain't right. And those are the times you have to take a step back and say, man, listen, I need to get this checked out, or I need to do this, or let me do this, whatever the case may be. Going to the dentist, man, look, go to the dentist, get your teeth checked. All of this stuff, I've learned so much about just from going to the doctor, how everything in your body is connected to something in some way, and everything affects everything. And if you don't take care of yourself, man, all that stuff eventually, especially when you get older, just saying, people, when you get in your 40s, you systematically start breaking down. You got to start taking better care of yourself. Man, your body don't heal as fast as it used to. You can yawn and be like, oh. Next thing you know, you sitting up there walking like this, like, what happened? Nigga, I just yawned just a little too hard today. Be like, word? That's what happened?
Or you get out the chair you twist.
Get out the chair. Oh, Lord.
Man, what is that?
You done sprained your foot from putting your shoes on. You be like, how? It's just how it is, man. Look, you have to take care of yourself. So I salute Simone Biles and what she did. And I saw Sean, he posted a question, why did she compete? I think that was more of a personal reason.
Yeah.
I think she returned because she felt better, number one. And then she even talked to her coach, and her coach he kind of told her, listen, do an easy routine. Don't try to go out there and try to be Superwoman and all this stuff. Just go out there, do it, and just get yourself back. You know what I'm saying? And she really didn't do what she know how to do.
Didn't. She
still won bronze. That's the crazy part. Mm-hmm. She still won bronze. So listen, big ups to Simone Biles. She is one of the best that's ever done it, and probably be the best for a while. Jennifer said they lowered the age for colonoscopy to 40. Yeah.
Hey man, see, but I'm gonna be real with you, and that's we getting personal on here today, but that right there, that's what's scaring me. You know what that is, right?
I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to have one done, and that's what's scaring me, because hey,
I'm not a proponent of
Yeah, you know what that is. And
last time I checked, that's it. Exit only. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. I ain't ready for no man to tell me to hold the table. Just not ready for that. Just not ready for that, man. Not ready for
Jesus.
Man, Jackie be killing me. You need to go. Hey, listen. I ain't ready for no nigga to be telling me to hold the table. Just not ready for that. I'm not ready, Mike. Pineapples. I can't do it. For real, B. I'm telling you, man. That's just, hey, listen, man. It gets different. It gets different. For real. It gets different, man.
Oh,
hey,
God.
Man.
Oh, Lord. I wouldn't. Oh Jesus! Oh.
Hey man, listen.
That's even worse. They put you. Oh my goodness!
Man, they don't put you to sleep, man. That dude tell you to hold the table.
He said hold the table.
Tell you to hold the table. That's all they do. Tell you to hold that table. You hear that glove coming on. Smack.
Oh Lord. I don't even know. What? I went to some there. Oh, wait a minute, go back. Oh wow. Okay. Listen, I'm she said feel sweating.
Jackie, relax.
Oh man.
For real, man.
That's the funniest thing I think I done heard today.
Hey man, listen.
Mr. Heinz, can you just hold on to those grips, please? We're like, wait, what am I doing?
Exactly what they tell you. That's exactly what they tell you. Are you joking? That's exactly what they tell you. Mr. Heinz, just hold to the table and look for it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Look for it. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Hold on. Look forward. Hold on to the table.
Oh Lord. She said it's totally different now. I hope so.
I hope so, Jennifer. I hope so. I really hope so. I really truly hope so, because that's what keeps me from the doctor. I supposed to got that done like
about 5 years ago.
Yeah, I supposed to got done. I'm not really supposed to got that done probably about last year or something like that.
Oh Lord Jesus. That's funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it get different.
He put that glove on, be like,
Mr. Heinz, hold on, table, look for it.
You're like this, Mr. Heinz. Can you just hold on to the table?
They get that. They get that old youngin and do that finger like that.
Phil, he gonna be like this.
Man, if you don't get away from me, hey yo, what you doing back there, yo? What you doing?
But he said the next thing you know, you're gonna be singing. Oh Jesus,
man, y'all don't get up, man. If you don't get out of here with that, man.
That is hilarious,
crazy, man. But
listen,
but seriously, we all as black men, I'm kind of scared of it, but I do need to have that done. And if you in your 40s or in your early 50s, get that done. Get that done, because they can help you along the way to catch a lot of things, like Mike said. So
catch a lot of things, man. I mean, and it's we're saying it because we're joking about it, but in all seriousness, man, listen, let's do better with taking care of ourselves. Let's do better with going to the doctors. Listen, it's all about self-care and it's and self-preservation, man. What did she say? I walked out of them when they started. I was in my 30s. Walked. Wow, that's crazy. Oh man. So anyway, big ups to Simone Biles.
Salute, Queen. Salute.
I don't know anybody that's doing it better than she is right now. And they even had the nerve to say she needs to take the goat off of her uniform. No, she don't. Matter of fact, you need to make it bigger. Put it on there as big as you can.
Put two goats on there if you want to.
Put two goats on there and put a middle finger on your back, so when you land, that's what they're looking at. So man, big ups to her. So look, ladies, I need you all to answer this for me, and fellas, y'all can chime in too. People have been sending me this clip, and I don't know why this is all of a sudden resurfacing, but I've been tagged in this clip. People have resent it to me, and hey Mike, did you see this? Hey Mike, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. I've even seen some pastors post it, and it's like just really making its rounds now. There was Chris Rock did a Netflix special called Tambourine.
Yeah, Tambourine.
Some time ago.
Some years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple. Yeah, you're right. It was maybe like 2 years ago.
No, probably longer than that, Mike. To be honest with you, that was some years ago when he did that. Because he was freshly divorced. He was freshly divorced, and that was over 2 years ago.
It might have been. So it's just weird that it's all of a sudden coming back up. And you're right. It was fresh. He was fresh off of his divorce, or he hadn't been divorced for too long. Anyway, there was a segment that he was doing, and in this particular segment or in this particular set, he was just talking about men. He was talking about men and women, but he said this, and I quote: he said that women, children, and pets or dogs are loved unconditionally. Men are only loved under the condition that they can provide something. Now I'm going to say that again. Chris Rock said that women, children, and dogs or pets are loved unconditionally. And men are only loved based on the condition that they can provide something. I was really surprised when I saw some pastors post this, and some men who I don't know. I mean, it was just shocking that I saw the amount of people that I saw post this and the amount of traction that I saw this get. I'm like, is that an actual sentiment? Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't necessarily agree with it.
I don't agree with it. Period. I don't.
Yeah, it's just like I don't think that's
no. I don't think a lot of women think like that. I don't think a lot of kids think like that towards their fathers. I don't think that.
I don't think women think like that. I don't think women in general think like that. I do think there are some that think like that. And the reason why I say that is because people and it's probably because we talk about it sometimes on the show. So a lot of people send me stuff and they was like, "Hey, y'all should talk about this. Y'all should talk about this." And there was another video of this and it's basically like men and women discussing like what each bring to the table and stuff like that, right? And so this girl was pretty much expressing that sentiment. It was just like she was saying something to the extent whereas it's like what men don't understand is that we really don't need them for anything. And she was like, he was like, we don't need y'all for anything, this, that, and the other. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But then she went on to say, we bring life into this world, and men can't do that. She even went as far as saying that we can bring life into this world without men. Now, I thought that was an odd statement.
Because you need something from a man to bring life, even if it's artificially simulated, you're gonna need something from a man to bring life to this world.
Because I was just like, well, how do they do that without a man? And she was like, we don't need a man. We don't need a man. And then the guy asked, he was like, well, how else are you gonna do it? She was like, well, because we can go to the hospitals and there are methods that we can use where we don't need a man. He was like, but how are you going to get what you need in order to get from the hospital? Don't you need a man for that? And she was dead set serious when she said no.
She was like, she must have known no better. I don't know. How old was this chick?
She had to be in her late 20s, early 30s. She couldn't have been that old.
She was still young. She was still young.
She was honestly. This is what she honestly thought, and I thought that was a really broad statement for him to make, and I'm in agreement with Jennifer. It was probably because he was fresh off of his divorce, and he might have just been feeling that way, because he was saying women are loved unconditionally. I can kind of see where he gets that statement from. I don't agree with it, but I understand why he may feel that way. My dad here's something my dad used to joke about all the time. And he used to tell me this stuff. He said, you ever notice that when football player score a touchdown, first thing you do is come to the camera and what he say? Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
like when they get drafted. First, what the first thing you gonna do? I'm gonna buy my mom a house.
Buy my mom, and dad is there. And dad is sitting.
You don't have a single mother. The dad's sitting right here.
Dad is sitting right there, and the first thing you say is, "I'm gonna buy my mama a house," and I'm just like, "Well, I get the sentiment. I understand, and I understand why. The kid is getting drafted. He didn't made it, and he want to do something for his mama, and this, that, and the other. But it's just like you have it. It does at times seem like women are loved because think about it. How often do you hear about deadbeat moms?
No, not a lot, but there are deadbeat moms out here, though.
They exist, but you never hear about them. You only hear about deadbeat dads.
Mm-hmm.
You never hear about deadbeat moms. And you can say, well, because the likelihood of a mom, because men are statistically speaking, men are more likely to not take care of their children. At least that's what they say.
That's a big misconception, though,
and that's also a
real big misconception. It really
absolutely.
Is. As we don't realize, there's a lot of great fathers, and in the hood, those little drug dealing gangbangers,
man,
they be having them kids with them. Believe me, man, they be in their kids' lives. That was the thing, man. When at the end of the day, you count up your money and stuff. I gotta take this over to this girl. She said, "Little boo man needs some shoes and stuff, so I gotta take us some money later on." So that's a big misconception about men that don't take care of their kids, don't be in their kids' life. There's a lot of deadbeat moms out here, and I'm gonna be transparent real quick. That's why I love my son. Because my son has been raising his kids by himself since my granddaughter Bella has came into this world. The mother has not been there. She has not been there. And Bella is going on 6 years old.
Wow, is Bella really that old?
Yeah, Bella. No, I'm sorry. Bella's going on 5.
I'm like, wow.
Aiden is 6. Bella's 4 right now. But just think about it. From like 2 to now, Lil Phil had to be, I'm not gonna say mom and daddy, but Lil Phil had to be the parent.
But he had to play. He's playing both.
And roles. I'm proud of my son because he do it. He got Aiden. He got my princess Bella. Then he got Lil Khalid, my new grandson. So he had to do it. The first 2. I mean, Khalid has a different mother. He's with Khalid's mother now, but Lil Phil had to raise and take care of Aiden and Bella without their mother.
Yeah,
she's nowhere around. So that's the misconception. And I can speak on that because I'm looking at my son having to raise his first 2 kids without their mother.
True. And I'm looking at some of the comments here. Sean was like, how often do you see TV shows cater to men? I always refer to this Black Girls Rock. Why is there not a Black Man Rock? And see, you would have something to argue because men technically run the industry, right? Or men run a lot of the things that and for years, men have prevented women from excelling at certain professions, excelling in certain roles, whatever the case may be. They can argue, or the argument can be stated or placed that men have held women back for a time. Now, I don't think that's necessarily true or as prevalent as it was maybe 20, 30 years ago, but that's kind of where that whole Black Girl Rocks thing stemmed from. It was to kind of empower Black women because, again, when they, statistically speaking, Black women, especially when compared to Caucasian women, they have it harder. Black women have to work. You talk about black men in general, how we as black men have to be twice as smart. We have to work twice as hard and be doubly good as our Caucasian, counterparts just to get our foot in the door. Well, black women in particular, have to be almost triple that, because not only are they competing, not only are they black, but then they're a woman. So they have to fight against things that we as men necessarily may not have to battle against. So the Black Girls Rock thing was really just to kind of empower black women. No, and I get what you're saying, Sean. And here's the thing about Sean. I know Sean. Sean's a married man. He loves his wife. He supports his wife. Man, look, every time I see this dude, he always posts something about his wife and always supporting her endeavors. So I know how he feels about that, but I think in regards to Chris Rock's sentiment, and I'm almost thinking this was really more of a personal experience, right?
Yeah.
And because then there are some, but there are some instances where it happens though, and it's not like it doesn't happen.
There's a little truth to it, Mike.
There's
a little truth to it.
If we're going to be honest, there is a little truth to that, and I'm not saying that it's completely true, but there is a certain degree of truth in that, because in all honesty, a lot of if you look at it from a child's perspective, mom can almost never do no wrong.
No.
Except when they become teenagers, then everybody wrong, everybody suck, and everybody don't know nothing. But up to a certain extent, mom can't do wrong. That's mom. Yeah. Dad can always be looked upon as like, you shaky dad.
But you know what, Mike? That's the way it always been, Mike. Mama is mama. I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl.
Right.
Mama is mama. But like I said, the biggest misconception is that all these men are not in their kids' life. And you really don't know, like I said, you really don't know why that man is not in that child's life. You don't know. He might have a bitter baby mother that's keeping him out of his life. But what a man's supposed to do is, that's when you get the courts involved, and then you go to the courts and you demand to get visitation. See, that's what us men lack at. Yeah. Because she's bitter, we just I can't see my child like you. No. If you really want to be in your child's life, you take her to court. Y'all get visitations. You know what I'm saying? Especially you taking care of them. Now, you take care of them, going to go through the courts now. But I would prefer to go to the courts anyway. So you can't say I'm not doing enough for my kids. Because I have court documents stating that I take care of my kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just an issue. I looked at the clip and looked at it. I'm just like, I don't agree with it, but I understand his.
Yeah.
But then also, man, I placed in an interesting predicament sometimes, right? Because you got to look at it like this, especially when it comes to the kids. If the man is a provider, and oftentimes depending on the lifestyle that he's trying to provide, right? Because if the wife wants he wants a particular house, she wants a nice car, she wants nice things, she wants to go on vacation, do all these things, wants the kids to look nice, this, that, and the other. And if he is trying to do that, if he's trying to provide that, he's working, right? And sometimes he's working double shifts, sometimes he's working 2 jobs. And it's because he's trying to provide those things that you want. And herein lies the dilemma. You want those things, but then you also want him, or you want his time, you want his presence. And the thing is that oftentimes, in order for him to provide that lifestyle or provide those things that you want or provide the things that you need, he can't be there all the time.
Yeah, you can't eat it too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and sometimes I think they get bitter. I think it's an unfair situation where they get bitter because dad never came to my games, and he didn't come and see me do this. He didn't come and see me do that. He may not have came to them games, but
he was at work.
but he paid them fees.
Yeah, man.
For you to get into camp.
Yeah.
He paid for that uniform. He paid for the bus to take you to and fro. He made sure that mama was there to get you. He paid for that car that transported you and your buddies to practice every other day. You know, the daughter's mad because dad never made the recitals and he never came to see me dance or he never came to see me do this. No, he didn't. But he paid for your lessons.
Yeah.
He bought you a piano. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like men are sometimes put in situations where it's just like you want me to give you and to provide you things, but then the way I have to do it, I can't do these things. And sometimes people and sometimes kids and even wives are unfairly bitter towards that man for that reason. And I don't know if that was the angle that he was going with, you know, or what it was. And again, I'm really looking at the sentiment of what everybody's saying. I really think that it's because he was kind of going through his thing and he just felt like that. But
there's some truth in what he's saying.
There is
Mike,
some truth to it.
But Mike, I tell you all the time, I played sports when I was younger. My father didn't come to no games. He didn't come to no basketball games.
Okay, so how did that make you feel though?
It made me feel some type of way, but like my father kept it real. Like, I'm not finna sit around and tell you I love you. I love you by keeping a roof over your head. Mm-hmm. I love you by keeping you fed. I love you by keeping those shoes you playing basketball in. That's a love. I brought those. That's how my father was. Hey, my love is providing and taking care of you. It's not me telling you I love you every day and kissing you on your forehead. And as a young boy, I understood that. Like I said, I had tough parents that talked to me tough. So all that you never loved me when that wasn't me, because as a little kid, my parents raised me tough like that. And my father was like that. Hey, my love, I show my love. I'm not going to tell you I love you. I show my love by taking care of you. And that's just how it was. But there is some truth in what Chris Rock is saying.
I'm just looking at some of the comments here. I'm trying to go back up because they really been talking. Let's see. So yeah, Sean he mentioned the Black Girl Rocks thing, and he's Tim said that the woman knows that the man's a deadbeat before they made down with him, but they still, yeah, that's true.
Hey man, my little bro Chris always had a saying: "Don't hate the man, hate the decision."
Yeah. Now, Jackie, when you say y'all need to make one, that'll be super dope. What were you referring to?
What we need to make, baby?
I don't know. She gotta explain that to me. This podcast is catered to me. You're right, it is. And that's why I said I don't have anything against Black Girls Rock. I mean,
I ain't got nothing. Hey, I love my black sisters.
More power to y'all.
Trust me, I love them, but there is some reason why what he was saying.
It's funny because the reason why I did this thing though is because there's not a lot of, well, at least I didn't see it at the time. I didn't see a lot of podcasts or even shows that really, really, besides sports shows. Let's just get that out the way. Every man ain't a sports guy.
Go Bulls.
He's just not. So I didn't see a lot of shows or even heard a lot of podcasts that really just gave men an outlet just to be who they are. You know, no judgment. This is this is a no judgment zone. You know, you come here and we're not going to always agree on everything, but you know, the whole point is to just have the conversation, you know? So, that's why this kind of caters to men in that sense. Jennifer says that money don't always suffice. I believe men can sacrifice sometime. I believe they can too.
But you'll be mad at them. Y'all gonna be mad at them when you sacrifice that time.
And I never said that they didn't. What I said is that there is a constant pull for him to be there and to provide. And more oftentimes than not, he can't do both. And especially
if you got a crazy lifestyle.
Yeah, and You just got to be under. You guys just got to understand that. Sean said, I think people making it a blame game, and it's not that. It's just a general statement that Chris Rock made. He wasn't blaming women or downing women. He was just saying how society don't treat men the same. Our treatment is based on condition.
Yeah,
and that's absolutely true.
Yeah,
and you
sure.
can't, and that's why I don't. That's why I didn't. And that's why when he said it, I understood what he was saying, because you got to understand, society has made it where things that men do are conditional. It is. It's based on a condition. If conditionally speaking, if you don't live up to this, then you're not being a man. You're not being a man. And I'm not, and it's not saying that, ladies, you doing, it's just how it is, And ladies, again, you all have y'all issues. No one is saying that you don't, because I don't want this to turn into who got more issues. That's not what this is about.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that tonight.
This is a man stating his. Yeah, I'm just not going there with y'all tonight with that. This is a man who made an opinion, who stated an opinion, and his opinion was most likely based off of personal experience and also how society tend to view men versus women,
especially black men.
Especially black men. I'm just gonna be honest with you. There are a lot of things that's not catered to men, that's more catered to women. Yeah. And it's not saying it's a good or bad thing. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah. We had Father's Day, but now y'all trying to take that from us.
Eddie says, I feel you, brothers. We are going to address the issue of fathers, mothers, and kids over the next few weeks. The history is profound reason why we view things the way. So I'm going to have. Oh, excellent. So I'll make sure I'll be tuning in. Listen, and if you guys haven't tuned in, you need to check out Brother Eddie K. Phillips.
Yes, sir.
He has an awesome show that comes on Thursdays. He is the CEO of the Erudition Network, and he talks about not only things pertaining to not only historical things that pertains to us as African Americans, but how those things affect us even now.
Yes, he do.
There's a lot of stuff that runs a lot. There's a lot of things that runs a lot deeper than some of the surface things that we know, and it's a lot of layers.
And he breaks it down for you, layer for layer, and he gives you facts, and he gives you the books to read to state the facts that he's saying also. So look, check that brother out.
If y'all don't remember, if y'all don't know, understand, or if you don't listen to anything else that we've ever said on the show, the one thing that we have always said is to be informed and not influenced. Because the one thing that we never want to do is influence you. Yes. We bring stuff to your attention, and then it's on you to go and look it up, and it's on you to go and check it out. It's on you to form your own opinion. Don't take mine for my word.
Me neither.
And don't take Phil's word. You listen. It is what it is. This is our opinion. You can either take it or you don't, and it's okay if you don't agree with me. I'm perfectly fine with that. Because 9 times out of 10, I probably won't agree with you. And it's okay. That's what makes the conversation interesting.
Chill, Mike.
I'm just saying. And that's why I wanted to bring this Chris Rock thing up.
There do need to be a balance, Bonnie. It do need to be a balance, but sometimes work schedules, work, especially if the man and woman works. Yeah. Now this,
Absolutely.
But if you all love each other, you'll find a way to work through it. You'll find
a way to work out.
If your marriage going good, y'all find a way to work it out. Trust me.
You'll find a way to work it out. And I believe that if the man is doing what he's doing in love, and he explained to the kids, listen, dad is doing this so you can do this. And if that woman is supporting him and is listen, guys, dad can't make it, but he made it. Listen, you got to be able to. If you ain't supporting that man and he's trying to do his thing, then that's where a lot of the discord comes into play. Because if you got the woman talking about he could have came to this game, but he didn't want to take off for work today, don't do that.
Man, my mom wouldn't have fixed her mouth to say that about my father.
Don't even do. I've heard. Do you know? I've sat up there and I've been at some games, I've been at some games and I just heard people just in general conversation. Yeah, he could have did it, but he didn't want to take off work today. And I'm like, wow. And then you put that stuff in them kids' spirit, and now they thinking that he didn't want to be there and he didn't want to be a part. Don't do that stuff.
As soon as that bill pop up, you're gonna be cussing them out.
Yeah, just don't do that. I mean, you may not agree with the fact that he didn't take off work, but don't put that on them kids like he didn't want to be there or he didn't care. That type of stuff I can't get down with, because to me that's just you being spiteful, and you just being mad and upset, and because you're upset, you want the kids to be upset with you, and you want to paint a certain picture. Don't do that. Don't do that stuff. And guys, you shouldn't do that either. And if the situation is reversed, and if mom is working, look, if she the breadwinner, she the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? We live in different times now, but if she can't make some stuff, or if she can't do some things, man, don't be sitting up there trying to paint her in a different light to them kids.
That's why I told my son. I said, no matter what, don't ever bad talk.
Don't ever do
that mother. Don't ever say nothing bad about those kids' mother when they listen. I know you get frustrated. I know you get upset sometimes. You think about it, but don't ever say anything bad about that woman.
Don't ever
in front of those kids. Don't ever do that. And he don't do it. He don't do it.
Right. Because here's the thing. They're gonna find if it's something, if it really is an issue, they're going to find out eventually when they get older, right? Mm-hmm. So it's no reason for me to paint a picture. There's no reason for me to paint a bad picture. Mm-hmm. It's just not. That's just a lot of unnecessary drama that you cause when you do that. A lot of unnecessary discourse that you cause in the family unit, because now you got these kids looking at him a certain way because he's working. Come on now, don't do that. Sit down, talk to that man, and say, "Listen, I get it. You working. I appreciate what you providing for us. Wonderful home, whatever. But we gotta make some times where we do something together with the kids. You gotta make that time." And he should hear what you're saying and should be able to make that time. Now, he may not be able to do it all the time, but I definitely agree that he should be able to do it every now and again.
All it takes is communication. All it takes is communication between the husband and wife. That's all.
That's all it takes. So I don't believe that statement completely. There is some truth, as Sean said, in regards to how society, how society treat men based on condition. I believe there is some truth to it, but I also believe that with a little communication, a lot of that can be avoided. So, thanks, Chris, for putting that out there. I'm just saying, man. But listen, this has been another one for the books, man. I want to thank you all. You just don't know how much I appreciate everything that you guys did, and all that you did, and how you made. Okay, Jesus Christ, why are you all texting me and I'm live? And I'm live because you're asking me, am I done? But anyway, listen, I appreciate y'all for everything that you did and how you made our back to school thing successful, man. Y'all,
thank you.
Y'all came through, and I can't thank you enough for how you came through, and for what you did, and just for everything that you donated, everything that you gave, your time, whatever it was that you did, man. I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all. And if the Lord say the same, we're gonna do it again next year, and it's gonna be better, and it's gonna be greater than the next year. Listen, again, audiobook is available. I'm excited. It's available. You can go to Audible right now and just look up Winning Spiritual Wars, and it's written by Henry L. Razor. Y'all know the pastor. Y'all can go and check it out, man. The book is on Audible. I'm excited. I'm putting the link in the chat, man. Look, go ahead and copy that link, and you can go take you right to Audible to take you right to the audio book, man. Download the book. It's an awesome book. Listen to this while you're driving. Listen to it while you're working out. Get some inspiration and understand how you can live a victorious life by taking dominion in your life. And I'm telling you, it's good stuff. And I'm not just saying it because I did the audiobook. I'm saying it because I believe it, and I believe this is from God, and He has a word for the people. And if you take what this word is saying and apply it to your life, you ain't gonna be the same. You just not. So listen, guys, that's gonna be it for us. Anything you want to say, Phil? I know you getting ready to watch Dipset and them go at it tonight. What's that, at 8:00?
Who am I, baby? I got Dipset in the landslide. Diplomatic immunity is gonna kill the Locks.
Yeah, the Locks ain't got nothing coming.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a Jada fan, but I really wasn't a big Locks fan.
Locks ain't got nothing coming.
Man, when they put Who Am I on and Dipset anthem,
yeah,
it's a wrap.
It's over.
It's a wrap, man.
They can shut it down.
A wrap. And we ain't gotta get to I'm Ready and all that. And come on, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Well, I think that's it for us on tonight. So listen, guys, you all be safe. God bless you. God love you. I speak blessings in y'all lives, man. And I pray that the Lord just whatever it is that you've been asking for, whatever it is that you need, and whatever it is that you've been praying and fasting about, I just speak that the Lord is going to do it for you on this week. I speak protection in your life. I'm just asking that the Lord continues to provide protection in this crazy time. Them fools is out there, a lot of palooza, and who knows what's coming over the horizon in the next couple of months. So you all just be careful out there. Keep the mask on. Keep your hand sanitizer close by. Keep your toilet paper well stocked. I still don't know what toilet paper had to do with the virus.
I didn't understand that neither, Mike. To be honest with you, I didn't understand that neither.
But whatever, but man, listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. Treat each other nice. And until we talk again, my friends, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. Holla at your boys because we are officially out.
Peace.